Hello and welcome to this first in a series of Python tutorials. So the objective of this lesson is merely to get you started with Python and have you at least running your first simple Python program and then get you on the road to writing others. So to start with, let's get Python installed. So if you to head to python.org, so the URL's at the top of the page here, and once you are brought to this home page, head to their downloads page. I suggest grabbing the latest version, which is Python 3.4.3. If you're a Windows user, just use these download links here, but there are links for other operating system users here, so grab them if that is what your needs require. So once you've downloaded that, you've saved it, you've run the installer, you'll have that installed in a computer ready to roll. However, if you don't, for example, have admin privileges on your computer, or you just don't want to install anything on your computer, then head to this link, which is labs.codecademy.com. And don't confuse that with Code Academy. Just check the spelling on the pane up here. And you'll be brought to this page here. So if you just click on Python, and you've basically got an online version of Python ready to use at your behest, should you rather not install it. But if you have installed it and you're ready to go, you merely go to Start All Programs. Again, I'm assuming you're running a Windows system here. And you'll find Python in a folder here. Bear in mind I haven't installed the latest version of Python myself. Now go to this top one here, which is idle, and in brackets Python GUI. Upon opening that, you'll be presented with this. So this is what they call the Python shell. This is, for all intents and purposes, where the magic happens. So without further ado, if you just follow what I do here, so I type the word print. I create a pair of brackets after the word print, and in between those brackets I put quotation marks, and then I just default to every programming language's first app. Hello world. Now upon completing that, I hit enter, and the shell has displayed the text I have placed between the quotation marks. So this is what this print function does. It will print whatever is within here, and the quotation marks merely indicate I wish to print some form of text rather than, say, a numeric digit or something like that, or a value. But I will discuss that in detail later. Furthermore, this will run exactly the same in the Codecademy version. So I'm using this pane on the right here, and I just type the same thing I typed in my desktop version. I tap enter, and you see it's printed out the contents just as it did in this window here. So voila, your first Python program. There is a lot more to this. So this, as I said, this is called the shell. So this is where you can type in individual commands. I can type in repeated print statements. And the same applies for this one here. Now, you can open up an editor, which is essentially a text editor. If I just go File, New Window, I'm brought to this other window here. So I can, if I now just type in a couple of more print commands. Okay, before running this, it is required for me to save it. So if I just give it a name, just call it hello. I'll replace that because I've already called something that. And then I run it. So I go run module, and this will print out the 2 lines of text I've put. So what's happening here is running this will then execute all of the lines I have typed in my editor window here. The same is true for the online version if I was just to do that. So I put in those 2 lines there and I run them, and I can run them as many times as I fancy. Same is true here. I can just, or in this case I can just tap F5. So my Python environment is ready to roll. In the next part I will show you how to write basic programs which do some basic arithmetic, do some maths. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again next time.